Okay. I don't... What the fuck is going on again? It should stream. But okay, I'm online again. Welcome back, everybody who is seeing this. Of course, not everybody's here, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play a game. It's called Connected Hordes, and I don't know anything about this game at all. I don't know what kind of game it is. I think it is a dating sims or something, but I don't really know. Yeah, we will just start a new game and we will see how the fuck yeah, how the fuck not, what game that is. Let's just start a game and we will see. Ah, shit. An unknown place, full of face that I can't identify. Yes, agree. Oh, I need to. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, why the fuck does it take so long? A tender smile directed at me. My lips say something that I cannot remember. I only know that it is different from silence. I'm not a good reader, guys, so this will be painful as hell. Then my vision gets covered by smoke. A part of me is incinerated. I don't know what that means. Not my body, but my soul. Something was lost without hope of ever coming back. That's not good. And yet, I don't have the slightest idea about what it was. Okay. That looks like a good old bathroom. I suddenly opened my eyes, completely confused. That strange dream forced me to wake up. I guess you could call it a nightmare, but it still doesn't feel right. It was different. Rather than a bad dream, I felt like I was watching a movie with characters, a climax, and an ending. However, there wasn't a beginning. Everything came out from nowhere, as if I had just missed the first act of a play. Sadly, just after waking up I had already forgotten almost all of it. Oh man, I feel you, bro. Like, the dreams, when you don't remember shit after you wake up, that's... And it was a good dream, bro. Only my confusion and interrupted sleep are evidence that it ever happened. It embraced me to confess it, but I was never good at remembering my dreams. Anyway, there's no point on thinking about it anymore. Just one thing that I don't really know. Are we a woman or are we a man? Can someone tell me that? Maybe the game? Can you tell me what we are? Please? After taking a couple seconds to clear my mind, I lazily look at the clock. It says 6:38 in the morning. In just 2 minutes the alarm will ring. I then let out a sigh, feeling fuck, okay, there we go, guys. Relieved at waking up. I really hate that sound, but it is necessary evil if I want to get to college on time. My apartment is completely silent. I'm the only resident I'm the only resident, so if I want to hear some noise, I have to make it myself. Well, that's sad, bro. Just a few months back, I lived with my parents, but had to move when I got accepted into college. Oh, a normal story. Both parents are still alive. There we go. I don't really mind it actually. It is very comfortable. And it kept in touch with my old friends thanks to the internet. Without saying a word, I get prepared and go out to class. College is only one subway trip away. I choose to study visual arts. My parents are worried. I never find a job, but at least I would like to try it just because I like it. Yeah, that's... Guys, there's a message right there, man. Just start a job that you really like and not just start a job that is giving you money and you're not happy about it and you just waking up and are depressed already. Because I had this kind of experiences myself and it's not really good. It's really bad. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I thought we were going to draw all day and learn about anatomy, different style of shading and other fun things. But it turns out there are plenty of theoretical classes like expressing of feelings, communication, history of the arts and others. I don't regret it, but it's like a stain on your dreams. Anyway, I try to not think too much about it. Since the beginning I knew it was going to be difficult, so a little more effort doesn't make much of a difference. Classes feel short today. I hear the teachers talk and take notes like every other time, but I can't stop thinking about that dream. A pendant, huh. I think about it while looking at my necklace. Okay, that's okay. Shaped like half a heart. I know somebody gave it to me long ago, but I can't remember who. I guess that's why I looked at it, because both are lost from my memory. If I make a big effort, it seems I can remember a little of it, but it's like looking at a blurry picture. No matter how much I look at it, or from which angle, in the end I can't make sense out of it. Man, I have the same feels sometimes. It feels sore, but there's no other choice than to give up on it. By the time I had made up my mind, I had already arrived home. Without paying attention, I opened the door and put down my bag at the entrance. I never expected any visitors, so there is no need to be tidy? I don't know. Then I turned on the computer and started watching an animated series. It may sound silly, I guess, but I like shows for kids quite a bit. Before I realized it, it's already late. Lately I feel days are much shorter, but I guess it's my own fault for having so many distractions. I should have dinner and call it a day. The phone is ringing, man. I'm ready to cook something when suddenly I hear the phone ringing. That's weird. I can't imagine who would it be at this hour except for those annoying credit card sellers. Good evening. Hello? Oh, hello Mom. I didn't expect you to call. Oh, we are Gary. And that's my dog right there. Oh, come on. Who the fuck is it? Can you please shut the fuck up? Thank you. Yes, I'm fine, don't worry. Classes are going fine. Not exactly what I expected, but I like them. Of course not. I'm taking good care of what I eat. Yes, I also clean every week. Okay, so we are Gary. That's good to know. So far, I haven't made any friends, but the course has just started. Yes, Mom, I keep that in mind. Good night. Say hi to Dad for me. I sighed just after hanging up. I just moved and it seems that they are already missing me. But there was no other choice. This college is just too far from home. I loudly yawn. Suddenly I feel very tired. Because of that dream I couldn't sleep properly. I think it's better for me to go to bed now. Damn. This is the college life, my friends. The college life. I turn off the lights and lay down, pulling the blankets up to my chest. I then stare at the ceiling for unknown minutes until my eyes finally close. Darkness guides me towards a deep dream. I leave this world summering into another. One that exists only for me and only inside of me. A place filled with eternal calmness where no worries or problem exists, unless I wanted to do. At least, that's how it should be. Surrounded by an endless void in front of me, there's a woman showing me her back, someone I had never seen before. So we are in the dream right now, I think. Her hair is long and golden. She's unspeakably beautiful. Even without seeing her face, I could know it or rather feel it. Just looking at her back makes my heart jump and leaves me breathless. It even seems like the air around her is filled with a mysterious magic. It's not just a smell, but it is an energy that makes everything in touch more beautiful, as if nothing less than perfection was allowed before her. But who could such a person be? Why is she here? Hello? I ask in my confusion. At the same time I extend a hand towards her, trying to get her attention. But of course she can't see me. Carrie? Yes, that's my name. I paused and swallowed some saliva? I don't know. I'm very nervous for no reason. What is yours? The woman is slow to answer, as if she had forgotten her own name. Holy shit. Okay, that's good. Guys, just wanna say something. I will play my own character. I will voice act my own character, but I don't gonna voice act any others like Alice or something, because I think the feelings are gone then. So, Alice. Okay. She finally said it with a soft voice. Don't you think it's a pretty name? I don't really know if I just need to read it and you guys read it too, or if I will read it in my normal voice. Well, yes. I feel stupid giving such a short answer, but then I remember there are far more important things to think about. I stare deeply at her, still enchanged by her beauty. Yeah, she is beautiful, Alice. Yes? She answered, still showing her back at me. Why are you here? My heart stops for an instant after I saw those words. I don't know the reason, if it was fear or ecstasy, but without a doubt I was expecting something big. Are you a part of my dream? I said it after noticing she was taking too long to answer. She was doing it on purpose. I guess I am, or maybe you are part of mine. Damn, that's okay. Her question left me incredulous. What did she mean by that? I'm sorry, I don't get it. I said while taking a step towards her. She shakes her head in denial. It doesn't matter. We're in the same dream. This dream is yours, but also mine. I can't say I fully understood what she meant. But even if we are in the same dream, someone must be the creator of this place, right? And in that case, you could say the stream would belong to that person. You forgot it too easily, Gary. You left me waiting all day, and the next day, and then the following one, until I had to come for you. Oh fuck, man, she's mad. Aren't you ashamed? My heart trembles after hearing those words. Suddenly, I feel chills run all over my spine. What is she talking about? I'm sorry, but I think you are mistaking me for someone else. I said shyly with a weak voice. I feel terribly guilty, but I had never seen her before in my life. She must be confusing me with someone else, that is, considering this isn't all just a weird dream. No, it is you who is confused. I know perfectly who you are. Actually, I know more about you than you do. Okay. After seeing that, she suddenly showed me her hand, holding a necklace with the shape of half a heart. It's just like mine. The woman sounds slightly angry. Meanwhile, I couldn't be any more confused. My back feels cold, my hands are shaking, and my throat is dry. What? What are you saying? I finally mustered up the courage to grab her by the shoulder. No, it wasn't bravery. I was that curious. I wanted to know what she meant. Alice turned around, but before I could see her face, she transformed into black smoke. The smoke slips between my fingers, dissipating until it disappears. For an instant I could feel her warm and softless, the same feeling as that of carrying a human hand, the hand of a woman. That sensation burns into my fingers, leaving me astonished. My mind is blank. I forgot how to even breathe from the surprise. Who? What did I forget? Okay. I should be more interested in knowing who Alice is, but what really fills my mind is that question. It makes no sense. I suddenly groan for no reason. I feel like my head just got stabbed. It's like if someone was hitting my skull from the inside, hanging my mind upside down until it drops all of my deepest memories. What did I forget? What could be so important? Well, damn. It is at that moment that I suddenly open my eyes. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air. Then I set my hand on my forehead, feeling it covered in sweat. I quickly search for my necklace, finding it right where I left it. Then I look at the clock. It is 2:30 in the morning. There's still plenty of time before the sun comes out. I exhale, letting my anxiety go with my breath. This time I won't be able to sleep again, I'm sure of that. Well, maybe this is a good opportunity to have dinner. I say to myself jokingly. I'm not really hungry, but maybe eating something could distract me from that dream. I had just put my feet on the floor when suddenly I hear something ring the bell at the door. Huh? Who the fuck is that? Sorry. What the heck? I can't imagine who could it be at this hour. I barely get visits in regular hours. I feel a chill run all over my spine. I wait a moment, hoping the visitor would get bored and leave, but after that, well, it seems that it wasn't going to happen. Finally, I sigh exasperatedly and resign myself to go and see who it is. As I walk towards the door, I can't stop thinking that this is too weird. I'm afraid I would be lying to say otherwise, but unless I go and check it, I never know what's going on. I swallow my saliva, feeling it bitter when I'm in front of the door. My heart beats so fast that I can't feel it in my throat. Then I take a deep breath and prepare to look through the peephole of the door. It is at the moment that I see a small envelope slide in from on the door. I almost jumped from the shock when that happened. My eyes and mouth are open wide, showing my incredulity. I quickly open the door, finding nothing but empty air in the surroundings. There are no footprints. Oh God. There are no footprints or any other evidence of someone being there other than the envelope. If it wasn't for it, I wouldn't think I'm still dreaming. Only this dream, instead of being mysterious and calm, felt more like a horror story. Without a second thought, I closed the door, making sure to lock it. Making sure to lock it. I don't want any unwanted visitors tonight or ever. I then fixed my sight on the envelope. It's made of an ordinary paper and has no sender informations. The only thing it says is that it's for me. I blink before carefully opening it. Inside there is a simple sheet of paper with a drawing made with crayons. It's not very good, and it seems to be made by a small child. Human figures made with sticks and circles that pretend to be a boy and a girl holding hands right next to a heart. There's something written beside them, Gary and me. Alright? What is that? It's her. I murmur with my lips moving by themselves. My heart stops for an instant. Thanks, phone. I shake my head many times, unable to believe it. I can't believe what is in front of my own eyes. Huh? I was just getting over the surprise when something else happened. I exclaimed, confused, looking towards the kitchen. I just hear the glass breaking. I live alone, I have no pets, and there's no wind. How is this possible? Did the glass just burst all by itself? Because that's what it looks like. I leave the envelope and quickly go to the kitchen to see what's happening. Once there, my face becomes pale and my body solid like stone, while my eyes look in disbelief at the glass shards on the floor. I almost faint at the moment. I don't know what to think. I don't feel safe anymore. I hold my breath for a couple of seconds until I notice a sheet of paper on the floor. I slowly get close and pick it up, careful not to step on the shards. It's another child's drawing, a cheerful one, but at the same time weird. I can't explain it, but seeing that drawing makes me anxious. I shake my head. Rather, I think it is not the drawing itself, but how I found it what makes it weird. There's something written on it. Why did it break? It didn't want it to. Even if things fall, they shouldn't break without my permission. Don't you think that's weird? Well, everything here is weird as hell. I blink, confused. My mind is blank. What can I say at something like that? I'm reading an incomprehensible message that shouldn't even exist. However, I don't have much time to think about it. Suddenly, other noises calls my attention, this time the sound of the shower in the bathroom. I feel a chill move all over my spine, slowly crawling in its way. Instantly, my body is covered in ice. I can't move a single finger. I'm frightened. The very idea that someone or something is inside my home when I'm supposed to be alone makes me shake in fear. Okay. sound continues for long seconds, 10 minutes without any change. I simply ignore it, as if doing that was enough to make it go away. But no matter how long I wait, that never happens. In the end, I can only steel myself and go check it. I take a deep breath, filling my lungs with air, then slowly walks toward the bathroom, staring at the door before carefully opening it. Warm steam escapes from the room. What the hell is going on? My heart beat like a drum at every second. I bet there's nothing at the other side. And then, what if I find it? What I find is just that. And then, what I find is just that. Nothing. The shower suddenly opened itself, pouring hot water without a reason. It wouldn't be the first inexplicable thing tonight. I close my eyes and sigh, full of relief. However, this isn't over. I still need to find out what's going on. This is too much to just leave it to my imagination. I close the water, seeing the shower stop. I stand there a few more seconds, trying to understand what's happening, but of course I can't come with an answer. Then I rub my face in a gesture full of frustration. I'm losing my head, I said quietly, talking to myself. Then I exhale, letting my ecstasy go with brief. I think I'm going out or calling someone for company, but I have no one to ask for help. And strangely, the idea of going out this night sounds even more terrifying. When I opened the door, I saw the hallway empty. It gives me the sensation that something scary was hiding in the shadows. I can't explain it, but I locked the door and wanted to stay like that. But it seems my home isn't safe either. I turn around, thinking on going back to bed. The only thing I can do is wait for the sun to come out. If the next night I have another experience like this, I move without second thoughts. Then suddenly I opened my eyes, wide incredulous. I didn't realize before, but there was a drawing in the mirror, as if someone had used a finger to clean the thin layer of steam on it. It's a ship sinking. There's also something written. There are hundreds of paths, and all of them guide to the same end. What does that mean? I read over and over without understanding what it means. Is it a message for me? My lips can't say a single word. The silence now feels oppressive. My heart shrinks as I think in how alone I am. As if I had been cut away from the world. Forsaken. However, things continue to happen, things that shouldn't. I can't understand anything. I don't know what I can do, but my only hope is that the sun will turn all of this into nothing more than a bad dream. With that in mind, I walk to my room, but when I get there, I find there's another surprise waiting for me. Jesus, what is this? I murmured confused while looking right at the sheep plush. It's in perfect conditions, as if it was new, or maybe it is. There's no way to know. Next to the plush there's a sheet of paper. I quietly get closer and pick it up. It has a drawing of a wolf made with crayons. It looks angry. There's something written too. I don't like wolves, but I'm surrounded by them. The only way to avoid them is by hiding. Holy shit, man. Again, an incomprehensible message, just like the fact that plushie appeared from nowhere. After a few seconds I grabbed the plushie with curiosity. It is very soft. It could easily be used as a pillow. Outside of that, there's nothing else worth saying. It doesn't appear to have anything weird. I don't know what I should do. Everything is so strange. It all began after that dream. I blinked confused, trying to come up with an answer. That's right, I forgot. This must be all be the work of that woman Alice. Her words come back to my mind. She said I had forgotten something. I don't think there could be a memory that could make sense of all of this, but even knowing that it would be a lie to say I don't have an uncontrollable curiosity. Gary? I was lost in my mind when I suddenly hear someone whisper my name behind me. Holy shit, if that would happen to me, I would be gone for like 3 seconds. I jump surprised, my heart stops and my blood turns into ice. I instantly turn around by a reflex, finding something that simply shouldn't be there. What the hell? In front of my eyes, a huge mirror had appeared. It's even bigger than me, reflecting all of my body. I stare at my own reflect, hypnotized by that image, as if it was the first time I had seen a mirror. I look at my reflex, copying my movements without mistake. I move my hands, my head and legs, and the reflection does exactly the same thing. However, there's something special in that image. The person in the mirror is the right one, but the place where it is not the same. My room does not reflect in the mirror. Instead, the background belongs to another house, made of wood, and with the looks of being abandoned for many years. I simply can't talk. Not a single word comes to my mind that couldn't begin to describe the feeling of wonder, surprise, and insecurity that invades me at this moment. It's so incredible, so impossible, something out of a dream. But that's why it is something I can't control or even understand. Is it even safe to be in the same room as that mirror? I don't know, however I can't stop staring at it. Oh fuck. The first thing. Okay, we will save. Empty slot. Go back. Okay, the one thing that I'm gonna do now is maybe the girl wants to say something. I don't know. Should get out of here. I'm looking at closer. Well, what will I do? You know what? I'm playing the game. What will I do? What would I do? And I would get the fuck out of here. I look down and shake my head as I rub my forehead with one hand. I think about it for a moment before reaching a conclusion. This is wrong. I should ask for help. Yes, that's the best option. So far nothing bad has happened, but I have no guarantee it will stay like that. Wasting no time, I get out of my apartment, begging the weird apparitions won't follow me. The first thing that comes to my mind is knocking next door. Oh, great! Hello? I said, full of embracement as I knocked on the door. I have no idea what excuse to use when the neighbor comes out, but it seems it won't be necessary. No matter how many times I knock, there's no answer. I curse my luck, thinking he went out at the worst possible time, but it wasn't just him. Oh shit. I knock at the other doors, getting no answer at all. It doesn't look like they are ignoring me, where it seems there's nobody inside to ignore me. Thinking about that produces a cold sensation behind my head. My heart hardens in ecstasy. Then I think about asking for help. I get my phone out of sync in relief after seeing it is still working. Thank God! I exclaimed hopeful. Now I just had to press the buttons and wait for someone to pick up. I call one of my classmates. I can't call him a friend, but any company is good at this moment. I hear the phone calling for long seconds, begging he would respond in the next, but that never happened. Jesus. I cursed under my breath, at the moment confused and frustrated. I tried with many other numbers, even tried to call the police and fire department, but not even one of them respond. Did the whole world disappear without a trace in a single night? Then I looked back at the door of my apartment, still open. It seems so slightly invite me to go back in. I feel a cold breeze coming out from it. My heart beats restless. No, not even joking. I said to the air before moving away. I don't care about the darkness, I just want to get away from here. Then I start to work around the someone unknown in the street. Thankful the street lights are still working. However, the light is weaker than usual. There are plenty of shadows and darkness in my path. It is honestly terrifying, but even then I don't give a step back. I keep on walking for an unknown time until I finally sit at the park's bench. I take a deep breath, feeling unbelievably tired. I'm so tired, I'm so tired. So much, my eyelids feel heavy like lead. Without noticing, I close my eyes and soon later fall into a deep sleep. Ah, great! Oh man, oh man, oh man, what the hell is going on? You still insist on keeping your promise on full blah blah. That's bad, you disappoint me. You have changed much, Gary. But that's alright. You can think about it in the darkness for as long as you want. What? Yo, what? This was one ending? Are you fucking kidding me? Yo! So I would be dead. I see. Okay. Continue. Go back to the first thing. Alright, looking at closer then. Enchanged by the mysterious presence of the mirror, I start to walk towards it. Before I knew it, I was standing right next to it. I blink while looking at it in silence. There's something incredibly in it. Not just that, something beautiful too. I don't think before extending a hand touching the glass with the tip of my fingers. It feels like touching the surface of a frozen lake. I feel like I only need to press a little harder to get inside the mirror, cross it as if I were jumping into a pool. Should I try it? Why not? And jump. I'm not aware of what I was thinking until my feet moved, but then it was just too late to stop. I opened my eyes, astonished at seeing what I was doing. Somebody planted an idea in my mind, and I accepted it as mine so easily it was scary. Just seconds ago I was frightened of that mirror, and now I was being consumed by it, falling deeper and deeper into an unknown place. Yup, and that's why I didn't want to do it, but the game doesn't give me any choice. I close my eyes, now unable to see me fall. I want to scream, but no sound comes out from me. It's as if I was screaming in outer space, but there's air here. No, I was wrong. It's not air but water what surrounds me. I'm singing as if someone had changed an answer to my legs so fast I confused it with falling. The sensation doesn't go away for many long seconds that seems eternal. I lose myself falling from the world I belong to another unknown one. Ah. Screaming. Okay. Suddenly, I open my eyes, gazing with surprise. At the same time, I waked up almost jumping. I was about to scream as if waking up from a nightmare. I would say it was just that, if it wasn't for a single detail. I rub my forehead, finding small drops of sweat. Then I take a deep breath, closing my eyes for a moment. My heart still beats, anxious, but slowly it relaxes. Oh God. We are in the house, aren't we? When I opened my eyes again, I realized I'm not in my room. I haven't woken up yet from the strange nightmare. Instead, I find myself in an old building made of wood. What is this place? I'm a little confused while looking around, ignoring how I got here. There doesn't seem to be anything strange with this place. I find myself in a dormitory. There are many beds around, all of them small, painted with bright colors, that makes me think they belong to children. I scratch my head before standing up. Where am I? There's nothing here to listen to my questions, but curiosity is too much to stay quiet. I didn't realize before, but the beds have names in them. Royer. I read aloud. Without curiosity, I look at the others. Mary, Henry. Then I suddenly stop, opening my eyes wide, astonished. My heart jumps when I read the next name. Gary. What is this? I can't explain why it has my name. The only answer that comes to my mind is that someone was waiting for me and prepared it, but in that case it is too small. Or the other reason is because maybe the kid has the same name as you? Just maybe? I shake my head confused, then look at the bed next to it. In so little time, I'm hit by a new surprise that makes me tremble to the core. The name on it was crossed, but there is another one below it that I instantly recognize. Alice. It's her. It must be her who brought me here. I say it with complete confidence. Then I look down, trying to think on what to do next. Soon after Who the fuck is making that sound? Oh, Jesus. Soon after I rub my forehead, feeling quite stupid. I first need to get out of here and then find a way back home. Of course. I said to myself as if it was so easy. When I leave the bathroom, I arrive to a hallway that connect with two other doors, I guess more rooms and some stairs that go down to the first floor. First I try to open the doors without result. Soon the only option I have left is to go down. At the end of the stairs, there's a door. When I open it, I see what seems to be the living room. I step inside and then I look around with curiosity, discovering a double door. It's the exit. It has to be. I almost jumped excited with that thought. But that happiness would not last much. After looking at it closely, I realized something. That door was never going to open. There wasn't anything keeping it closed. I'm looking at a fake door. It's only a part of the wall disguising as a door. This can't be. I said after meaningless trying to open it. Then I shake my head. I'm wrong. This is very possible. After all, I'm inside another world. This is the world behind the mirror. I can't judge it with the same logic as mine. I shouldn't. I take a deep breath before letting out a long sigh. If I want to escape, I guess I could try with the same mirror that got me in. Now the problem is finding it. Gary. Suddenly I felt a chill. All of my body turns to ice when I hear someone call my name, whispering it with a creepy voice behind my back. Stop it, man! I instantly turn around, finding surprised how from nowhere not one, but 4 doors had appeared. What is going on? I sat confused before getting closer. Each door has a name written. The Forest of Whisperers, Trip to the Deep, the Kingdom of the Sun, and the Forgotten Castle. The Forest of the Whisperers, Trip to the Deep, the Kingdom of the Sun, and the Forgotten Castle. What the hell? I read the names aloud, unable to remember ever hearing any of them. They are completely new to me. However, the mystery doesn't end there. 3 of the doors are open, and the last, the Forgotten Castle, is blocked by 3 big lock pads. I'm never going to be able to break them. I said it with resignation before sighing. The chains look very solid. But if there are locks, it's because they are protecting something. It can't be just coincidence to have 3 open doors and 3 lock pads. This must be something valuable behind that door. I'm not convinced I am right. Then I stare at the open doors. Which one should I open first? Alright, save time again. Alright, Forest of Whisperers, trip to the deeps, the kingdom of the sun. You know what? Creepy as hell, the kingdom of the sun seems a little bit more fun, like happy mood and something, so we tried this one first and then we will see what is coming from for us. The kingdom of the sun, please. Suddenly I wake up with the sun hitting me in the face. You see, my choices always the best. I made a disgusted face. At the same time I covered my eyes with one hand. My head is spinning. I feel completely lost. I can't even describe it. But I don't know where is up and where down. I don't know if I'm standing or laying down. If I'm immobile or moving at great speed. What the hell? It should be simple. You wake up in your bed after a long dream. However, there's nothing simple about this awakening. It's like if I had fallen asleep in a maelstrom. What is that? Thankfully, I don't feel nausea, but I'm thinking too much about it was starting to produce a little of it. I take a deep breath, trying to calm my mind. Then I force myself to open my eyes, not being prepared for what I would find. I couldn't even imagine where could I be, but I didn't want to wait anymore. It was then, when I finally opened my eyes, that the sensation of confusion and nausea disappeared completely. It was sudden. They left me in just the time it took me to open my eyelids and see what was truly before me. Huh? I exclaimed, confused, seeing that I'm in what appears to be a park. I was sleeping placidly in the grass until the sun shone my face. However, far from being comforting, that confused me even more. The park I am now is no any park. It looks very ordinary at plain sight. There are trees, benches for people to sit, a sandbox, slides, and swings to play. Not only that, but there are also people. I can barely believe it. My heart jumps when I realize that. I open my mouth, wide from the incredibly... Oh my god, why the hell are you using these hard words, man? Incredulity, holding my breath longer than I should. There's people around, but not human beings. At least they don't seem to be. It's hard for me to describe it. I blink as I think in the right words, never looking away from them. They appear to be mannequins with a smiling metal mask on their faces. But they don't seem to be made of wood. It's more like they are made with mist. As if they were ghost dolls. The clothes they are wearing is very different from the actual world. Dresses and suites more proper for a fairy tale. Some ever wear a crown on the top of the head. They play a laugh with a frozen smile on their faces. Their voices are metallic, as if they were robots following a program faking laughs. Just thinking about it seems chills to my spine. I sense chills to my spine. It is simply disturbing. They don't look dangerous, but the simple idea of something so strange, so unreal shakes my very core. My mind struggles to comprehend it while my heart feels heavy with the ecstasy. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I can't stop making myself that question. I simply can't accept what there is in front of my eyes. Everything this night has been strange, impressible, confusing, magical even, but none of that compares to this place. Just here in the middle of a park, watching people have fun is enough for me to say, this is the scenery of a deformed, unreal world. Holy sweet Jesus. Hello. Oh man. Oh? Suddenly exclaimed a voice near me. I trembled from the surprise, turning instantly towards it, a feminine voice. Well, 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 what is a real one doing around here? Said one of those strange beings standing right next to me. I didn't realize when it appeared, but I'm not surprised since I was very distracted. She's wearing a mask, with a big smile, more malicious than happy. She looks at my face, me from above. My face, okay. I almost jump, surprised from the impressions, and then quickly stand up. What? Me? Nothing. Don't pay attention to me, just ignore me. Was my poor answer, said so nervously that would make a lie detector laugh. Curiously, she laughed too, covering the mouth of the mask with both hands for a second. Mask stolen, okay. How normal are you? How normal are you? What the fuck? She exclaimed before laughing again. I have no idea what she means. Normal? I repeated, confused. The way she talks doesn't tell me if it is a good or a bad thing. Yes, normal. Something strange here. Too strange, non-existent to be honest. But funny enough, it is still called normal. How can you call something normal if it doesn't exist here? Do you know? After saying that, the masked doll stared at me. I may not be able to see her eyes, but I can feel her piercing look. Suddenly I feel a chill around down my spine. She exclaimed impatient. At the same time she tilts her head. Well, I guess it could be because at some point it was normal and then name stuck to it. I have no idea what I'm saying. I just say the first thing that crossed my mind. The masked doll takes a step back and then covers her face with both hands. Seeing her do that fills my heart with anxiety. I just don't know what to expect. Correct, that is exactly what happened. She then suddenly said, almost making me jump. I got scared at how excited she sounded. Then she puts her hands together as if she was praying. Well, since you answered my question, I answer one of yours. I blink, my lips move, but no sounds come from them. Questions I have plenty, but I don't know which one to make first. However, that wasn't necessary. This place is known of the Kingdom of the Sun, and what you see now are its inhabitants. Whoa, damn. They have no name, but as you can see, they are no human or animals. See that? She said, talking with perfect calm, as if she could read my mind. I shiver after hearing her, then turn around to look at the strange being that continued playing as if nothing else mattered. After a couple of seconds, I look back at the masked doll. Why didn't you wait for me to ask the question? I blink confused. I'm not angry, just curious. Because there was no need for it. All visitors ask the same. The masked doll took a step closer, reducing the distance between the two. That makes me feel slightly uncomfortable. Since I don't have a name, I won't ask for yours. This place is weird. It's an unreal world, and for that very reason, the inhabitants can't see anything that is real. They can't see you. Why you can see me then? They can see me? I interrupt her with that question. Suddenly I feel cold. It's not a chill, it's more as if someone had stolen all the head from my body. I feel a big hole in my heart, not knowing why. The masked doll shakes her head side to side. No, no one can do it, except for me, because I'm very, very special. After seeing that, she covers her lips with both hands and pretends to laugh. I don't know if she was trying to be funny, but it is uncomfortable for me. She then fixes her eyes in me. I trembled, surprised. It makes no sense, but even while wearing a mask, I can't tell what her expression is, or at least imagine. However, there's another person here who can see you, the only person who can help you with your problems. After saying that, she plays with her fingers. Seems she can't remain still for a moment, but I feel she does that only because she is in front of me. In other words, is toying with me. How do you know I have problems? Because you are a real one in a world where nothing is real. You don't belong here, and will never do. A fish outside of the water has big problems, and you are the fish right now. After saying that, she pretends to laugh again. My heart instantly becomes heavy with ecstasy. There is a part of me that understands what it means. In silence, I look away to see my surroundings one more time. It is impossible for me to feel at home at a world like this, no matter how much time passes. And honestly, I hope it's not much time. I would like to get out and go back to where I belong as soon as possible. I blink and look back at her, who remained completely still as if she had suddenly turned into stone. I swallow salve and try to ignore it. Well, who is the person you were talking about? The masked doll doesn't react. She remained perfectly immobile and in silence for long seconds that feel eternal, and then suddenly makes a reverence to me with a move so sudden I trembled from the oppression. He is the king of this world, of course. He knows all you need to. Although I must warn you to be careful. He's not particularly kind to the real ones. After saying that, she goes quiet and immobile again. I wait for her to say something more, to point out where I have to go or give me another clue, but my wait is in vain. Confused, I touched her in the shoulder with my index finger. Once again, I expect her to make a sudden move, but it doesn't happen. Even if I shake her, she doesn't react again, as if she was a toy which ran out of battery. Finally, I get bored of shaking her, realizing she won't move again. Now, the only thing left is to confirm her words. Carefully, I walk towards a group of what seems to be children playing in the park. My heart speeds overflowing with anxiety as I await some kind of reaction. Nothing happens. Then I swallow saliva, feeling it particularly bitter. Hi, how are you? Just saying that was incredibly hard. As I expect him to turn to me at any moment and say something, even being seen as an invader. However, none of those things happen. The only thing there is silence. Hello? I said louder, finding the same result. Quickly my fear dies, being replaced by frustration and ecstasy. They really can't see me, right? I marveled with a low voice and annoyance. Then I think about touching one of them. I extend my hand to the closer kid, who calmly plays with the sand. My fingers got closer, slowly expecting to feel a cold material. However, I stop before touching it. I'm not brave enough to do it. It's better for me to leave things as they are for now. I sign again before looking around. Didn't realize before, but at the distance there is a golden and white castle in the highest part of the city. I see the dark park, one last time convincing myself that nothing good would come out of staying more time here. And then began my travel to the castle at the distance. Holy shit. Things are getting really interesting here, man. Moving results much easier than I expected. There's a road with yellow stars that leads to the castle, impossible to miss them. The way is unspeakably long, however, no matter how much time passes or how many steps I go up, I never feel tired. I'm not thirsty, nor sweat under the sun. I'm always relaxed and full of energy, at least physically. My mind on the other side is an incompressible chaos. As I stand, I watch the inhabitants of the place. The children sing or run without end, recognized only by their smaller size. Adults, meanwhile, work hanging clothes on the roof, cleaning the streets, or in buildings from which smokes come out. Those are the typical things one would imagine from a town. However, far from seeming normal, I see them as disturbing. They feel too artificial. There's no life in them. They don't do it with a purpose, or because they like it. It's more like they are puppets forced to represent the everyday life of an imaginary town without a single touch of reality in it. In other words, everything is painfully fake. The children aren't having fun. The adults don't need to work or wear clothes. If the streets were dirty, no one would care. It's all simply a lie. Not only that, but there's another detail that makes it even more uncomfortable. The city they live in is almost ruined. Many of the buildings have fallen down, and those still standing are full with cracks. It seems the city has been a long time without proper maintenance. Let the buildings to age until they crumple in pieces. And they don't seem to care in the slightest. Not even that. Simply there isn't a problem in their artificial minds. I go with my heart turning heavier than lead. Then shake my head to forget about it and set my side to the front. I still have many steps to go up, hundreds of them more. I just try to look at the front without paying attention to them. At least what the masked doll said before seems to be true. They can't see me. Oh bro, I need some water. God damn. By the time I finally reached the castle, the sun was setting. In the entrance there is a pair of guards with long spears. They are just for show. It is impossible any of the puppets will try to enter. They have no will of their own. And in my case, they simply can't see me, so it will be the same as if they weren't there. I doubt for a moment, looking at them, deeply to confirm with supposition. I steal myself and manage to touch the mask of one of them. I steal myself. Nothing happens. It doesn't tremble or even act confused. The guards remain still as a statue. I sigh and then decide to keep moving forward. At the entrance, there's a red carpet with golden edges. As I walk through the hallway, I see numerous paintings, sculptures, and vases, along many types of furniture. For sure, they must have been very beautiful. I'm talking in the past because in present day they aren't ruined. Many of them are broken, worn down, and colorless. Okay, is as if the whole city had countless years abandoned. It slowly returns to dust without anyone noticing. Something else that calls my attention is that there are no doors. But with the exceptions of the entrance and the hallways, I don't see any clues of being other rooms in the castle. It has a huge size and I use only a small part of it. I shake my head, not knowing what to think about it. Anyway, the king shouldn't be far. I continue walking until I find before another big door, along with a pair of useless guards that completely ignore me. This time I don't stop to watch them. I just ignore them back and keep moving forward as I remember what the masked doll said to me. The king is the only one who can see me and the only one who can help me, but that doesn't mean he will. There's the chance he will be disgusted by my presence, but that I can't know until I talk with him. Finally, I arrive to the throne room. A room very big with a second floor where dozens of puppets look down. Oh damn. I know they can't see me, but they don't even move, so it would be more appropriate to say there isn't a life in them. They're just furniture. But knowing that dozens of masks with different expressions, all of them artificial, stare deeply at me, sends shivers to my spine. I gulp while my heart beats anxiously. Yeah, this is not the time to doubt. I'm just a few steps from my destination. I cross the red curtains that hangs between me and the throne, not knowing what to expect. In my mind, the images of different kings come to mind. An old man with long white beard, with plenty of wisdom, a puppet just like the other, just with a gold crown, or even an empty room, the king being nothing but a symbol. What I didn't imagine, however, was what I found. Huh? Exclaimed a young scared boy when he noticed my presence. He's not a puppet, but a human just like me. He wears a red cloak and a cardboard golden crown, as if it was just a toy. More than a king, he seems someone who plays to be one, but that feels fitting for this world of farces. Who are you? Oh, how did you come to this place? You look at him for a couple of seconds before looking down. I look. I don't know if I should kneel before a king or simply speak to him like any normal person. Speak naturally. Yeah. Wait a sec. I was safe again, but I will speak normal because, you know, I'm like that. Of course, he may have the title of a king, but in reality, is just a child. More than fitting, the illusion of being a ruler should remember him that. My name is Gary. Honestly, I'm not very sure how I came here. Even if it sounds ridiculous, I just woke up in this place. I speak as naturally as possible, being friendly more than anything else. The kid stares at me in silence for what seems endless seconds with a face that says he doesn't know what to think of me. He isn't angry or happy at my presence, at least not completely. It's more like he's curious about me. Did someone else come with you? He asked without even presenting himself before. Seems he still had to learn manners, but I can't blame him. He has lived alone for as long as this fantasy kingdom existed. Answer. Then impatient. I don't like the way he looks at me at all. My heart feels heavy, noticing that something was wrong. No? I said reluctant. Before talking, you should present yourself. After all, I already told you my name. The kid makes a disgusted face after hearing my question. It wasn't the fact I asked his name what made him angry, but me demanding something from him. Henry, I'm monarch of the Golden Sun. The kid presented himself, talking with so much pride it almost stings. He then turns to see me with piercing eyes, awaiting for some kind of praise from me. Now it's clear to me that he isn't a normal kid. He was brainwashed with the title of the king. Then I remembered something important. The Max doll told me he could help me. Henry, how did you end up in this place? Henry tilts his head, staring at me with annoyance. He intentionally waits before speaking, which each second he makes me wait, my anxiety grows. Soon it becomes much heavier than what my shoulders are able to resist. I make an anguished face just before losing my temper. Do you want to stay trapped in this place? Just after saying that, my heart fills with regret. I look down, knowing it was a bad idea. Henry looked back at me with a face full with the purest disgust more than I could ever imagine a person, adult or a child. I instantly realized something is terribly bad. I created this place and I am the king. And to answer your question, no, I want to stay here forever. The look, his eyes become death cold at that moment. What I see is an absolute rejection. He looks at me as his enemy. I have no doubt of it. God damn, I can't read anymore, guys. Holy shit. I can't read anymore, man. Alright. I will save here because I realized that I can't read anymore and it's about time that I taking a break. I will upload the parts in YouTube and we'll play the game more in the future. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will save you now. Empty slot 4, and we will play in the future on the slot here. Alright guys, thank you everybody for watching. We will see us in the next part of this wonderful game or in other videos. Have a wonderful day, night, whatever, and we will see us in the next thingy. I don't know what. See ya guys, thank you very much.